Hello everyone. I'm starting to record a video about a Docker and I will put it on the YouTube like a short videos and one long video. In these videos I will show you how to make a Docker file, how to make an image, how to make a container, and how to use the Docker Compass. As you see on the right corner, I put some comments that you will use them so often, so just try to remember them. And I will try to show you to how you use a Docker network. So I don't know if I will have a time, surely I will record these videos, but I don't know yet. We will see. So let's go start. I'm using the Arch Linux. Actually, it's Arco Linux, but it's on the Arch Linux base. And I know that most of you using Ubuntu. I will try to find the commands for Ubuntu also, and so we'll show you how to do that on the Ubuntu also. In this video, I'm not going to show you how to install a Docker, but you need to have a Docker, and you need to have a Docker Compose also. You need to install a Docker and Docker Compose. It's a minimum that you will need. Okay, let's start to check the Docker status because as I had this problem also, you install the Docker, you install the Docker Compose, but the Docker is not working by some reason, and I had this problem also. So first check the Docker status. Let's do that. Okay, let's check the Docker status by sudo system status Docker password. As you see, my Docker is running, is active, and is enable. Enable means that every time that you are restarting your system, your computer, you don't need to start Docker again. It will be a start automatically. How to do that? How to enable the Docker to start automatically for on the future? It's by sudo system enable Docker. You will enable it for next time. You will enable your Docker. So, and then if your Docker is not active, his here is not active, not running. So you will start your Docker by sudo system start Docker. You will start your Docker and everything will be okay then. So your Docker is enabled, your Docker is running, and you can use it. Let's go next. Also, you can check your Docker version. Docker version. As you see, mine is 201021. You will need this. You will need it for on the future because you have to choose your Docker Compose version. That's the way to see which version is your Docker. To use a Docker, always you need to write like a sudo docker and then some command. To stop do that, you need to make a Docker group on your system and add the user that you want to this group, and then you no need to write every time sudo and then Docker and everything. Just write Docker and do something. Let's do that. How to add a group on the Arch Linux? Sudo group add, and we need a Docker, so we add a Docker group on the system and enter. I have it also, so I will not do that again. And then you add the user, your user, to this group by sudo usermod -a -g as a group, and the group name is a Docker, and the user, your user, the same user that is using at the moment the system. And then reboot your system. Without the rebooting, it will not work. Just reboot your system and it will work, and you will no need to write sudo every time that you want to write a command on the for Docker. So to use a Docker, you need the image. You can find this image on the Docker hub. As you see here is more than 10,000 image available, and is a nginx is here, Ubuntu, the Python, the Mongo, MySQL is here. Every image that you can image it is here. You just need to run it, to pull it and then run it. If you don't have the image on your system, by running some image, by running command, the Docker automatically will download this image to your system and then run it. Let's do it. Here we are going to run a Docker, oh god, Docker run hello world. Okay, let's see what's happened. I didn't have a hello world image on my system, so the Docker automatically pull it to my system and then run it. So it's a hello world image, as you see. It's look like this one. So it's an image. So how to check which image actually we have on our system? Let's do that. Docker by Docker. Docker image. I have a lot of them. I will need them because I have to show how to remove them, how to arrange them. So I just made a lot of them, just like random. But anyway, as you see here, we have a hello world that we made like a minute ago. The version or the tag is the last one, and it create 14 months ago. It means that it create and upload on the Docker Hub 14 months ago, not on my system. 14 months ago on the hub docker.com. And let me clear the terminal then. So how to check that which container is on a system? We had the image like a hello world, we run it, and is run and exit. Sometimes is running, is still running, and sometimes is exiting automatically. Let's check by docker ps dash a, the all container which is run and exit or is running. As you see, oh, let me what if do that like that? Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Let me rearrange my desktop. I will come back as soon as I can. Sorry again. Sometime we run some image and it's still running like a um, Docker run, give a name, let it be engine, and on nginx. So is a image name, and this one will be our container name. Let's run it. As you see, it's still running, and we can't do anything. By Control C We close, we exit from this container, but we can run by other way. Let's change the name X, and here we can push a dash D and it will be run, but on the background running. Let's run it again. As you see, we made a container here, but it's not still running on the terminal. Docker ps. As you see, the nginx is still running. Status is up, is running, but on the background. The port is 80, is automatically is a default of a port for nginx. We can change it. Let's do another one. Run docker. Oh, sorry. Let's make clean the terminal. It will be easier for you. Okay, first let me show you which container is running. Docker ps, as you see, or nginx, the last container is running. How to stop it? Docker stop and the container name nginx. Okay, the nginx stopped. Let's check. Docker ps, no container available. The no running container available, and Docker ps a. As you see, we exit of like 2 minutes ago. Oh, sorry, 16 seconds ago. Uh, how to remove it? Docker remove the container name nginx. The container by a name nginx removed. Let's check. Docker psa. See, nginx is not available. Let's remove all of them. How to remove all available container? Docker, or let's do a little bit in the other way. Let's check Docker ps the queue. The queue means that the list will be just the container ID and then a all of them. Oh my god, all of this container, all of this ID. You see, this is just the name, the ID of the container ID. How to stop all of them together? Docker stop @ and we will write the same thing that we write here. Docker ps -qa $, Docker ps -qa and enter. Let's check what we have. Docker ps and a. We stop them. And how to remove all of them? We do the same job, but we push remove here. Docker remove and all the list. Should I clean the page? And Docker remove $. Let's check ps and a. No container available at the moment. So let's make a new container /d /name. Let it be to be nginx. Let it be at the port. -p is a port. The host port is like a or local host will be 8000. Let me write this here. 8000. The default port for nginx is 80. So the image name is nginx. If you want to run the nginx image on a port 8000 on a local port, local host, by nginx and an nginx name, it's the container name, and it will be run on the background. Let's do that. So docker ps, as you see, or nginx is run, is up like for a second on a port 8000. Now let's check what's happening on the 8000. Welcome to the nginx. So it means that nginx is running. Okay, so we learned how to remove a container and all container. Let me clean the terminal. We remove a container bar r and then the container name. But what about image? Docker image, give me a list of all my image container. I want to remove the hello world that we made together. Let me clean terminal and docker rm and I is image rm remove image. Which image? The hello world. The image name. Enter, and let's check docker images, and as you see, the hello world was deleted from our system. Now, as you see here, we have some image with the known name. Known name is some the container that didn't run, the image that didn't made correctly, still none. They need they take a name, the non name, so they're not working, and we can remove all of them together by, let me clean, we can remove all of them by docker image prune. Let me write it maybe here for you, easier. Oh, sorry. SV. And just in the case to know how to copy from here, because if you push a control and C, you just take a C, get a C. But if you take it, push control shift and C, then you can copy it and paste everywhere that you want. So let's check docker image. Thank you. Did I? What happened? Oh, we didn't run it. Docker image prune and enter. Asking, do you? Yes. Let's check it now. Images. As you see, the non-container, the non-image removed. Now we want to continue and remove not necessary images from our list, image list. Let's do that. Okay, let's remove Docker RMI. Let's take this one, my tag, and which version is it? This is the V. Oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Remove it. Let's check Docker images. Okay, let's remove RMI. nginx.conf. This one, I want to remove this one. nginx.conf php. The version, the tag is v3. Is it? Yes. Docker image. So it's removed. Is other way to remove it is like by a Docker RMI, and we are using the Docker image ID. Control Shift C and Control Shift V here. Thank you. remove it, Docker image. So I'm using the ZSH on my ZSH. If you use it, it will be much more easier because Docker RMI and push a tab, and here you will choose what you want to remove. I want to remove this one. I want to remove this one. I want to remove this one. Enter. So Docker image, we're doing good. We have to remove nginx.conf also. So Docker, sorry, Docker mri it released and nginx conf and tab and enter. Docker image. So I think that I'm good. Okay, let's continue. And don't afraid to remove some image, because anytime you can upload it and put it again on your system. Uh, but you see, it's sometimes it can get like a 1 GB size. If you don't want to remove and download it again and again and again, and if you have some your own image, like this one, PG1 that I made by myself, you can save it and you can load it anytime that you want and on any computer that you want. It means that if you save some image, you can give it to your friends, to your colleagues, and they can use it as it's running and as it's configured on your system. Let's save this image by Docker save the image name, the tag, and give a path. And here we save an image as a tar, is a zip file on a Linux. So is a path, any name that you want, and .tar like a zip file. Press enter. Now we can remove RMI this image from here. Let's check Docker image. As you see, we don't have a PG1 anymore, but we can load it. -I pass file name, press enter. Is already the image is already load, and let's check Docker image. And as you see is here, same image that I made, that I create like 2 weeks ago. Okay, let's continue. And one more problem that you can visit on your way, it's that the localhost port is get busy by some reason. As you see, mine is busy. This file are on the Arch Linux are in this path. Let me write it here for you. In the Arch Linux is a srv http. You can change it them if you need it. You can run your system, your website or anything that you want. You can use it if you need it. That's the path. And on Ubuntu, let me copy paste here. It's a local host for Ubuntu. Uh, to remove to get free the 80 port from system, we can use this command, this one. I will put it on the description. You can use it. Let's check. And now refresh. As you see, the 80 port, the localhost port, it's free and empty. You can use it, but by any restart of your system, you will have it again and again and again. Okay, let's continue. Okay, what we will gonna do now, we run some container, make some modifier, save this container as an image. That's what we will do now. Okay, let's clean Docker. Mm, run d. Let it be like this. Nginx. Okay, we run some image on a background, give a name nginx. Let it be one nginx1 on a port 8000 on our system, and this is the nginx. Run it, check docker psa. So we have the nginx one here that's run on the port 80. If you don't have it like some web browser, you can check by curl your local host and 8000, this one 8000, to see what's going on there without opening your browser. Just push enter. As you see our web page, like a welcome to the nginx, it's running the the index file that is inside the nginx. Okay, if you have a lot of things there by curl, you will have a lot of information here. Let me reload these 8000. As the same, welcome. Here is like title. Sorry, the title is here. Welcome to nginx. And the body h1 is this one. Now let's stop this container. Stop what we have there. nginx1. Stop it. Docker remove what we have. nginx1. Remove it. Check what we have here. It's empty. Now we make a container again. We go inside the container like we are inside the other system, other Linux system. Run. So run a container, do it in the background, give a name, let it be this time 8000 nginx. Enter, and by Docker e execute -it nginx1. It can be bash here in the end or shell. Usually shell, every system has a shell, but some of them has bash too, and some of them has more. The shell is usually all of them has a shell. Enter. Thank you. Oh, oh God, we had a second one. Yeah, here we are inside the nginx now. Let's check by cat -etc dash. So yes, if I not mistake, like this, yes. Debian GNU Linux 11. That's where we are. So The nginx file system, yeah, I mean, that's this page is on this path. Let me copy it here for you. So by cd user, actually I can paste it to ls here. As you see, we have an index here. Let's 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 cat this index html is the same as we made it, like a curl. Oh god, I said it. Do I have the vim here? Vim index html, please. No. Let's install a vim. Why not? Okay. Let's install. First check for update, sorry, for update, and then, yeah, let me clean it, and then apt get install vim. Yes. Let's clear it. Now we will vim index html here. Welcome to my nginx. Here we will change. Let's save it. Refresh by and as you see, we change it and it's on a real time changed. Welcome to my nginx as we did. So now let's exit from this container and docker ps. Let's stop it even. Stop nginx2. Let's docker. Let's make a image from this container. Okay, docker psa. What we have here, we have an nginx by nginx2 name, and we will make an image by docker commit or container name nginx2, and we will give a new name like a new name. Okay, new name by a tag n1. Okay, or container is here. So docker commit container name from where we want to make an image. We want to make an image from this container. The name of container will be, the name of image will be new name. The tag will be n1. Enter. Let's check docker image. As you see is here. New name is a image name. Tag n1. You can save it and you can run it anytime that you want. So by this change that we made. Okay, let's continue. Now I want to make a container by an image using the image that we made together. Docker run new name. What was the tag? The tag was n1. Let's put it on a port 8008. The name will be nginx v. name. And one thing that I add here is dash dash rm. It means that when you stop after running this container, if it's a stop, it will automatically remove this container from the system. Let's do that. Okay, let's check Docker PS. What we have here is running nginx. Let's check what was the port, 8006. 1006 here. You see the same change that we had. Docker ps-a, and now I want to stop this one. Docker stop the name nginxv. Stop it, and let's check Docker sp. Oh, sorry, ps-a. As you see, or container by name nginxv was automatically deleted from the system. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we are going to speak about a Dockerfile. Dockerfile is a file which help us to make our own, to create our own image by or modified from some exist image. Let's start. For first, we make a Docker, touch a Docker file. The Docker file name should be exactly like this. Docker file starting by uppercase D and then continue. So let me open in the Sublime here, and in the Docker file we are writing from, let me change something here, from nginx. So we are using the image that we have. I have a nginx, the latest one. I have a nginx Alpine here. I could use a Python if I know if needed, Ubuntu, or some my own image that I already made it like 3 weeks ago. But anyway, if we are not give a tag here, it will be automatically use the latest one. So I will use the latest one. I just want to make a image at the moment. To run some command, we are writing the run and like Kadir make some folder, call a folder hello. Hello. Ah, let's save it and let's run to see what will happen. To create an image by Dockerfile, we are writing Docker build -t and give a name to this, like a my nginx, and we will write. I push that dot here. It's the path. The path is here, and because I'm inside this UTBB folders, and the Docker file also is here, so the path will be dot. Let's do it. Okay, Docker image. As you see, I have my nginx, and it's made like 5 seconds ago. Let's run it. Docker run in the background, give a name to will be nginx, and use my nginx. So run an image on the background, give a container name nginx, and use my nginx image that is here. Enter. docker execute uh, nginx, docker execute dash it, container name, and sh as a shell. So ls, and here we have this hello file. As you see, let's exit and do something else. Exit docker stop all of the container, docker remove all of the container, even. Okay, let's a little bit change our Docker file. It will be like a copy. I want to copy some file from my computer to the container, from the host to the container. This will be the haha txt file, and I will copy it to the hello folder. So hello folder. Okay, just let me create this haha txt. So we have it here. It's here, and docker build. Okay, docker image. Okay, it's made a new one here, and docker clear, docker run. Let's everything will be same. Docker run background name nginx, my nginx from nginx. Okay, docker execute it nginx. Yes, okay. And ls, we have a hello folder here, cd hello ls, and we have haha.txt. This was here. So what we can do else, we can change our, let me exit from here, docker stop, docker remove, clear. Okay, I want to do what I want to do. When I'm going to the container, I want to be the default folder should be hello. So the work directory will be or hello. Work dir hello. Okay, save docker build same docker run same and docker execute also the same. Where we are here, we are in the hello folder. This folder is still like our default start work directory. So what we have here, we have haha txt. Let's exit and do something else. Exit, clear, docker stop every container, docker remove also and any covering container. So what we have to do next? Okay, now what I want to do, I want to run the image once again, make a container. I run it on a port 8000, docker run uh, background name port 8000 nginx, run it. Let's check a browser. Okay, it's working. Now docker execute. Okay, ls cd pack, but and cd and cd user. Oh, let me explain first. This page that you see, it's on this path on container is nginx HTML. So we are going to do. Let me do it like this. User, thank you, cdv, okay, pwd, ls. Here we have an index HTML. That's this one. Let's check if I have a Vim, which Vim, I don't have a Vim. Let's me install it and we'll come back. Or actually, let's install it together. Apt, if I not get update first. Yes. Control C. That's what it puts first. And the next one will be apt get install Vim. How to copy, you choose what you want on a terminal. If his right click is not working, as mine is not working, choose what you want. Control Shift C will be copy from terminal. Control Shift V will be paste inside the terminal. So install, yes. Then we're going to be Vim. Let me clear first. ls Vim index HTML. The title, this one is a title. To start writing inside the Vim, you need to push I, and here you see the insert. Now you can change everything that you want. It will be my nginx, and welcome to my nginx. Okay, and then escape. I put the X like this, and it's safe. Now refresh, and we see the title changed and the body also changed too. So what if we want to make some index file here on the host and put it inside the container directly? Let's exit from here. Docker stop, Docker remove. Okay, I will remove this one. I want to sublime some index HTML here. Why? HTML. Oh, let's don't do it. Let's just the H1 close it. Hello, my nginx. Why you write this one, dude? Okay, let's be like this. Save. We have it here. Let's go back to our Docker file. Let it be here, but we will change our work directory to this one. We will copy here. What we want to copy here, we want to copy our index HTML to here, but before we have to run, remove. What we want to remove from here, we want to remove the HTML index HTML that is exist inside the container already by default. So we make some container anyway, some folder anyway. We change our directory to the default work directory, and we remove the index HTML, this one that's by default, and we copy our index HTML, this one, inside this directory. Save it. Docker build, same name. It's okay. Clear. Docker run. Everything is clear here. Yes. Res. See what we have here. We have hello my nginx. What if I change something here? Mm, it will be on the compose. The compose will be okay. We need the volume to change and get the change on a real time. So what we have here more, let me think and come back. Okay, let's add, let's install, let's update our container and install a Vim inside text editor, Vim text editor inside the container using Dockerfile. Here, I think that we don't need this one. Work directory is okay. Run apt get update. Okay, the next one will be run apt get install dash v and vim. This one, it means that, do you remember when we installed the vim inside the container? It was some asking some question. It's a yes or no. By dash y, we are saying that the answer will be yes automatically, and it will be installed successfully. Docker build my nginx. Okay. Okay. Docker run. Docker execute. ls is still working here. Yes. Then vim index html. We should have a vim at the moment. Yes, we have. Push I, cert, h3, vim is here, close it. escape X and reload it. Yes, we have it. Exit, Docker stop everything, Docker remove, everything is clear. Docker images. So as you see, we made a container. Inside the container, it's already will be installed the update and install the Vim. The default path will be changed to the HTML, and it will be copy this index HTML there. So that's all. Thank you for watching. Waiting for your like and comments. Have a good day. Okay, in this video, I want to speak about volume. For me, volume, it means that the share folder between localhost or computer and container. In this video, I will make an image from the Docker file, run it, and we do some change together. Let's start. Docker build nginx. Okay, Docker build this image from Dockerfile in this directory. I'm using tmux because it's help us to see everything better, and using the file manager also here. Okay, Docker run here. Okay, here we give dash v to say that we have a volume folder, and here, so the volume folder on our system on the hub is YouTube is here, and on a oh sorry, and on a container will be the user share nginx html. I mean that I made this folder like a volume, like a share folder. So everything is okay. The volume, my folder, container, background, name, port, nginx. Let's go. Docker ps. Okay. Docker execute. What was the name? Okay, the name is correct. pwd. So as you see, we are here by default. Let's see what's inside. Dockerfile, hi txt, txt, and in.html. And let me change the name right here. From here, I will change it to index.html. And let's see what will be happen here. ls, as you see, it's changed also on the container. And let me sublime my index.html. Hello, nginx. Hello. And here will be its value. Save it. And what is here, I will save it. So you see, in the real time, I changed something on my computer and the container changed also. That's a value. But The problem maybe here it's that if we remove something like is container or container ls let me clear to be better ls. So I want to remove the high txt from here, and look what will happen here on our system. It's also removed. So what to do to stop it? Let's exit and run another container. Exit docker run. Oh, sorry. Docker run. Docker stop all container. Docker run. So this port mn1. So in the end of the volume, you will write RO. It means that read only. Let's start. Docker ps docker execute mn1 sh pwd. I will make some create a empty document. Haha, .txt. Okay. ls. As you see, we have a haha.txt, and we want to try to remove it. Let me change the name a little bit. Got wrong. Okay. ls, and let's try to remove it. Remove a haha .txt, and it cannot remove. It's a read only. That's why we have a read only here. So on the system, someone, if you are a host and in somewhere using your container is running somewhere, no one can't change the file system on your on your host on your computer. So that's it. Let's continue. Okay, now let's speak about the Docker Compose. As I understood, for me, the Docker Compose is we can pack a few container in one file and make a service. Service can be even one container, and it can be a many container. I mean that you run PHP, you run nginx, you run the MySQL, and you want to run all of them together in a one base and make one service that's are matching matching with each other and working together. For first, let's check, do we have a Docker Compose even on our system? Docker Compose version, so it's okay. And now let's make a Docker Compose file by Sublime Docker Compose email. It should be right exactly as it here, Docker Compose email. Here, if you are writing version, the version where we can find this version, where is my here? I will remove it later. On the Docker Hub, Docker on the Compose, you will find this way. You will find your Docker Compose version. So if your Docker version is 19.3 and upper, so you can use the Docker Compose version 3 and 8. 3 and 8. Docker version. So mine is 20. I'm using 3 and 8. Then services nginx, using which image? We are using the nginx image, and let's just run it. That's enough for now. So we build a container using this image from the Docker Compose. Docker Compose, then up, then build, and run it on the background. Enter. Docker ps. What we have here? We have an image nginx, as we did, is a port 80, and it's take the random name. So how can we change the name? We build and run a Docker Compose by Docker Compose up, and for now we want to stop it, to stop working. By Docker Compose done, the Docker Compose, the Docker container will be removed. Here we will give the container underline name. It will be mm1. Why not? We will give a ports 811. Why not? And 80 from nginx. Okay, let's run it. Docker compose up build and d docker ps. So as you see here on the port 8011, as we have here, we have a Docker container and the name mm1. We did it. So let's add the volume on the Docker Compose. Let's stop Docker Compose first. Docker Compose done, clear, and here the volume will be what we had here. That is Docker Compose. Where are you? The volume dash, oh sorry, dash, that is, it will be from our computer and is on the container. Let's save it and let's Docker Compose up again. Where did I make a mistake? Line 7, ports, if and if. Okay, I got it. I forget to put the S here. So Docker ps, and let's go inside Docker execute mm1 pwd and cd here, pwd killer pw and ls. As you see, we have everything that here it will here. So we made a volume also. Let's check. Can we delete the haha.txt from here? Yes, we can, because it's not ro here. Save it. Exit from here. Let's make another haha. haha.txt. Okay. Did we save this one? Yes. Docker compose, run it. Docker execute and cd here ls remove ha.txt. We can't. Let's exit and let's add a work directory. Let's see, can we do it? The working dir will be this one. Save it. Clear Docker compose and run. Docker execute pwd ls. Okay, as you see, we even can add a working directory here, volume, ports, everything that we want. It will be here in this one file. We can change it so easy. Let's add another container, the PHP container, to see. Actually, let's add some web page to make or localhost much more beautiful. Why not? Okay, let's download some HTML template. Uh, Put the template on the volume file, and let's see how it will look like. Okay, I'm using this one if you need it. And download. Thank you. Template. Okay. Unzip. Um, Template block. This one. Where to unzip it? Okay. What we have here? What is it? Hi. Remove later. So let's make a HTML folder here. Let's move from here template all file and folder to here HTML. Let's cd html ls. Okay, let's back, remove hi, remove rf hi, and remove this one. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Even let's remove the hi txt. Remove a haha txtla, and let's remove index html also, ls, and going to the word Docker compose, the volume, and add the HTML here, HTML folder here. So put it like a folder here, and the HTML will be here. Okay, work directory is okay, everything is okay. Save it. Docker ps, Docker stop, Docker remove everything. Docker, let's check. Okay, everything is clear. Let's run Docker compose. Okay, and start. Docker execute pwd ls. You see, everything that is in the HTML file will be there. And now we are going to our port 811, and we have this web page on our system, so it's run already. Can I make some change, like a standard? Where is your title? Let's change it to the my nginx. First change. The second change will be stand block Linuxium. Why not? And reload it. So you see the title change, and then the Linuxium is here. So easy, so fast. On the next video, on the next part, we are going to add a PHP to add a PHP container to our Docker Compose. So we have a Docker Compose here, and just let's add one more service. It will be PHP. The image that we already have on our system is a PHP. Which one will FPM, if I'm not mistaken, and the Alpine. PHP, FPM, Alpine. Okay. The container name will be my PHP. The volumes of PHP, let it to be same from here, but yeah, why not? Let it to be the same as this one. Just we add some file here, YouTube cd html touch index php, and sublime, oh my god, sublime index php If you have it here, yes. So that's the small one, PHP echo we are running PHP what right like a version of PHP is something like this dot PHP version like this. I hope I didn't make a mistake somewhere. I really hope. Okay, let's save it and run it. Docker compose. Okay, this is started and it's running. Docker ps. So my PHP is running the container mm1. Maybe can I change it actually? Um, my nginx, it will be better. Stop it. Stop. Oh no, we are in the compose. Docker compose done. Save here. Killer Docker compose up. Okay, this looks better. Now Docker execute. Actually, we don't need to execute. Let's check. Is it working? Yes. What we have on index PHP. You see, we have index PHP, but the system start to download it, not running on the web page. It's just downloaded. And how to fix this problem? Let's continue. Okay, let's stop Docker compose. Done. See, and to solve this problem, we need to change the nginx configuration. The nginx configuration is on the ets nginx.conf d is a arch Linux. For Ubuntu, the nginx configuration is this path. It's Ubuntu if you need it. And also it's Arch Linux HTML in this path, and for Ubuntu path will be, let me remove this one, and this one. The Ubuntu HTML would be this one. I mean, if you want to make a volume, here you have to change it to this one, var www whtml. So I already prepare nginx configuration, nginx conf sublime nginx conf to per. Okay, that's a default for ports or server name, localhost, as it is here, localhost, and the root that they are using is HTML. Remember, the Ubuntu is the other one. In the root, the the system start to search for looking for a index. If it's not available, the index HTML. If it's not, going to index PHP. And to stop downloading and execute the PHP index on the page, we need this one, all of this. I will put this code, this configuration on a description so you can copy and paste. It will be much more easier for you because for me it's like I spent like a half of day to rewrite this code for Arch Linux. Okay, mm, but we need to change something first. We will change the our compose file. It will be like a build from here because as Dockerfile is here. What will be next? The image. The image, it's not the image that is using. The image that will be used, it will be here. I will change it. Let's change Dockerfile also. The nginx, okay. It will be nginx. Work directory, let it be here. We need to copy, you know what, the nginx.conf, the nginx.conf to this path and change the default for conf on. So you need the Docker file. Uh, it doesn't matter. You need the nginx from here. You can use Alpine or everything. I'm using the nginx. Okay. I copy my nginx configuration that is in my path here, right here. Where is my Docker file? To the and change and to the container, changing the configuration of the nginx on the container. Let's save it. Come back to Dockerfile. So container, okay. Image, it means that it will make a new image. So if you if you will be if you let's put it like a, I hope you will understand, you understood, because you make a new image by Dockerfile using the Dockerfile, and you give a name to this image, nginx, and the tag will be v1. Okay, the container and everything will be the same as is it. Save it and let's run it. Docker. I hope I made everything correct. I really hoped. Docker compose up. Okay, we get a problem. Control C, C, Docker PS. Okay, Docker PSA. Okay, Docker compose done if it's run. Where I made a problem. Where is my mistake? Let me check and we'll come back. Okay, everything is okay. I just forgot to put the build and D to run it on the background. Okay, what we have here, some file transfer somewhere, and this build here, Docker image, image. So nginx v1 is here, docker ps, oh god, docker ps. So my PHP is running, the nginx running, and let's check what's happening on the 8.11 first. Everything is okay here. Do we have an index PHP? Yes, we have index PHP. The index PHP, we have it. So the problem is done. I think that's all. Next video, we'll speak about a network, and that's all. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. I will run again our Docker compose that we made last time. Docker compose up build. Okay. As you see here, the U2B, it's our path, and default, the system will make a random, make a network for our Docker compose. So all these containers are in one network by this name. Uh, let's give a name to Docker compose. Let's Docker RMI. Okay, Docker compose, and here we will write network, and then the default, if you remember, it was U2B, the underline default. So the default, what we want to change the name of default, to give a name to the default network. Oh god, name, which name? It will be my net. Save it. Let's try to run it again. Up. Additional property. Okay, network. Default name. Maybe that's the problem. Do UV. So the problem was here. 1, 2, 3, save, and Docker compose up, build, and on the background. Let's start. Oh god. Let's start. So you see, the network is my net, as we give a name here. So if you can configure this network, you can connect inside each container to the other container using this network. So let's check which network we have. Either my net, Docker network ls. So we have my net here, we have my default, we have pg2, it should be here, the host and bridge will be here. Let's remove some Docker network, remove, which one to remove? My default, my net, oh, my net is using my default pg to remove it, Docker network ls. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's inspect what we have. let's inspect my net. What we have here. The network name is mynet. Here we have a my PHP. Where is my PHP? My PHP is here, and the my PHP IP address is this one. Then we have here my nginx by this IP address. That's my nginx. Let's check just like check a ping, show 10 time 172 30 0 and 2. So we have a ping, we are connecting, and we can use this network. I hope this video and all these videos was useful for you. Waiting for your comments and your like or dislike. And you have any question, please let me know. If I have an answer, I will answer. If not, I will learn and I'll make a new video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.